Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Drivers Room Endurance Championship. This is Season 4, Round 4, Tier 3. Today we are at the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. I am your host, Kimaru, and let's get down for our grid walk today. See how the Tier 3 boys went. Pole position, we have Jeep. We have Mr. Hit the Mac in second, Mr. Bottle Job third, that guy Revs, Tom Nixon, Ricky J in the Canny Junior team, Mr. Craig P, my junior in Mjolnir Racing, Glove Barnett or Glover Barnett, and Taco Catbell. Let's see how the racers get down in today's race. Okay, we are ready to race. Let's see if everyone gets off the line cleanly. We waiting for the four red lights to go out, and we are off at round 4, tier 3, and Bottle Job has not been able to get off the line. Taking a look back at Bottle Job, what has happened to Bottle? His car just doesn't start. Wow. Not a great start for Bottle. As we see Jeep going wide into turn 1. Very difficult turn 1 on the GP. As we see Jeep and Ricky come together. Revs on the outside, Mr. Tom Nixon. As we hear tire screeching in the back. There we go. Just forgot to set up my proper camera. As we see, Bottle has gotten himself back up into 8. We have Taco in 9. Taco on the racing hard tires. That's a gamble. We see Mac now, probably the strongest of all the tier 3 drivers, and Mac, as we all know, is a tier 1 caliber driver, but he changed 2 cars instead of 1 and got bumped to tier 3. As we see Glove Barnett in a second now. Max got himself a hell of a good lead already. He's just gonna smoke all these skateboarders today. Sorry, sorry, no offense to the rest, but I think Mac just got extremely lucky and is now leaving the pack. As we come up to start lap number 2. See Craig challenging Tom Nixon. Will he be able to make the move into turn 1? Looks like Craig has managed, and he has got himself to P3. Good, good, good. So you see Jeep trying to challenge Tom as well. Tom is under some pressure. The NSX is a little bit twitchy as we see Tom Nixon on the inside of Craig, and Craig loses to Tom. Oh, a little bump there. Nothing serious, and Craig goes down to 5th. As you see Revs trying to keep up with the rest. The Bottle Job is, well, let's hope he doesn't bottle it more than the start. We have Ricky in 8th and Taco in the back. As we come up to the race leader, he's got himself a big, big gap down to 2nd. Let's go for a telemetry and just see how awesome he is. Yeah, 7 seconds down to to second place. That is a clear indication that Mac really doesn't belong in Tier 3. No offense to the rest of the guys, but yeah, Mac is a Tier 1 caliber, and that's where he really should have stayed, or be bumped down to Tier 2, not Tier 3. Alright, moving on, we have Glove Barnett ahead of Tom Nixon. Tom Nixon following. Jeep also trying to look for a move, maybe on the outside. As we see Barnett going wrong. The NSX is quite twitchy. You do have to trust that little thing. Oh, as we see Jeep just sideswipe Glove Barnett. Like I said, this is a car you need to trust. And as we see, oh, Glove Barnett just hitting Jeep. And I think Craig was involved, but yeah, Craig is pulling over, but that wasn't his fault. That was completely Glove Barnett's fault. Like I said, we see, oh, Barnett going deep again. Craig waiting for him though. Before I got interrupted, yeah, the NSX is quite twitchy, as Plux the Duck says. It is twitchy. You do have to trust this little thing, and to get it through. It is a very good car. It does have a very active rear end, so you will see it slip and slide everywhere. But it does have a lot of punch out of the corners. Not an easy car to follow or overtake. So you see Craig in the 16 GTR. Taco Cat Bell there. And Mac is coming over to finish lap 3, start on 4. And he's just extending the gap to everyone, just showing who's boss at this particular moment. As we see Tom Nixon in second. He's got himself a little gap in breathing room down to Bottle Job. Bottle Job is up to third now because of all the incidents. Amazing job. From what I understand, this is Bottle Job's maybe strongest class. So he should be able to possibly catch up to Tom. But as we all know, the Nürburgring GP is quite a difficult track to race on. Personally, one of my favorites in the world, but a track I really don't excel that much on. I don't really know why. It's difficult. It is. As we see him coming up to the Schumacher, being followed by Revs Schumacher. And Jeep in 5th. I think he shook off a penalty. We see Ricky coming up the hill, followed closely by Glove Barnett and Craig. Craig is just trying to recover from something he basically wasn't guilty of. So he should really have kept going and not waited, in my eyes, but maybe people see it differently. But as we all know in the driver's room, we tend to wait when we feel we're guilty, as we see Ricky going off. Taking a look back at Ricky now, let's see what transpired, and he just goes way deep, and they go both wide. He gets punted by Craig, but to no fault of Craig's. Not much Craig really could do in that situation. Barnett going deep into turn 1. Makes the move on Craig. Craig has the inside into turn 2. Manages to get by. Come on, Craig. Go, 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 go. Now we have Glove Barnett going on the inside of... What is the wrong with the camera? All right, Barnett is up into 6th. Good battling between Craig and Barnett, as we see Taco going into the pits already. Really needs to get rid of those hard tires, which he doesn't. Oh, he does, he does, he does. Just a little late telemetry. Ricky now trying to recover from basically, I think Barnett might have slightly pitted him. Maybe it was Craig's fault. I do not know. In that situation, I don't know how to call it. Really don't. As we see Craig just chasing Barnett. The GTR is a bit faster on the straight than the NSX. Barnett covering Craig off. Going for an onboard view with our man Craig. Ooh. Craig is really on the hunt. As we can see with... and the camera keeps messing up again. Stop doing that. And as we can see now, Barnett's tires is a lot worse than Craig's. And most of the tire wear will be on the back of the NSX. The rear end will suffer a bit in the NSX. As we go up to Tom Nixon, looking like he is about to have a little battle with Bottle, but Bottle's tires are starting to go off. Tom Nixon's fronts are starting... Wow, they've gone off more than Barnett's rear tires. As we see Mac going into the pits. Lap 6 already, wow. Early pit stops for the guys. Will Tom dive into the pit? No, he stays out. Same with Bottle, stays out for one more lap. Revs going in. A lot of the NSXs today, and we see Craig not being able to get ahead of Barnett, but still staying in there, and Barnett going into the pits. Craig staying out. Maybe Barnett will try for the undercut. Maybe Craig will try for the undercut. Craig's tires is ultimately a lot better at this point. As we see Barnett out already, the pit stops are a little wonky in Gran Turismo, but that's nothing new. As we see Ricky staying out for yet another lap. Good on him for sticking in there. Barnett or Taco. Let's hope he can make up some time. He's very far behind, about to be lapped already by Mac. Mac is just a few small corners behind Taco. So we see Tom Nixon. Oh. Wow, Tom's tires are really dead. Bottle Job got ahead easy, but he's going... Wow, he must have cut the chicane. As we see Jeep also going in for a pit. Revs has already been in. So he's gonna move up possibly. See Craig. Will he remain out? Remain out for one more? That he does. Must have enough grip on the tires to just stay out. See Barnett, well, he is catching up to Craig. This could be a gamble for Craig too. Stay out for longer, less pit stops, and oh, as we say that, Craig has a little moment. Stay out for longer and reduce the pit stops. Could be able to jump Barnett. He could be able to jump Barnett. I can't speak to that. As we see, Mac has passed Taco. Bottle still has a 1.5 second penalty to shake off. Tom Nixon following close. Just one mistake and Tom will catch up, and we know that the GTR is a little bit faster down the straight. So if Tom can hook up the more technical sections, he could gain on Bottle, stay in the slipstream, and possibly scare the living death out of the Bottle job and get past. As we see Jeep in fourth. And wow, yeah, you can extend a lot on the exit of that corner. Revs. Oh, Revs with a little drift for the people. Maybe he's trying to take over Drift King Alex's crown. Let's hope not. The Drift King will be angry. As we see, Craig has been into the pits. Glove Barnett is now ahead. His tires are already starting to fall off though. So if Craig just keeps his head down, he will catch up and possibly challenge and get ahead. So go, 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 Craig. Coming back to all of you at lap 14, we see Taco still in 9th. Tires are starting to drop off now. Craig has been out for a few laps, and he is going into the pits. Barnett has already been into the pits, so obviously his tactic is working a little better than Craig's at the moment. Craig doesn't take on a lot of fuel, and Ricky is about to be overtaken, or lapped, as I should say, by Tom Nixon. Mac still in P1, hasn't had a lot of challenge so far in the race, and I think he was extremely lucky in the first few corners and just managed to pull away. Mac seems to be on a different level than the rest of the drivers, as we see Bottle in second. And Bottle isn't a slouch either, so he might end up gaining a few places. So we see Jeep there. I think he's in the only 16 Lexus. my preferred car of choice. The one I feel that's a little bit better than the GTR, to be honest. GTR might have a little bit better top end, but that's about it. Maybe it's a little bit powerful on the acceleration stages as well. But yeah, the Lexus is an amazing car to drive. A lot of downforce in these monsters. As we see Tom. There's a big gap between the guys. Not a lot of action at the moment. Very spread out as we see Revs attacking the Schumacher S's as hard as he can. Barnett still staying out in 6th and, well, not staying out, he's still in 6th. And like always, I lose my ability to speak during these videos, so that's always an amazing thing. And I think Ricky might have thrown in the towel. Just staying out in ghost mode. Yeah, as we see Revs just going right through him. I think Ricky's thrown in the towel for as we see Taco just throwing himself off the track to let the front runners pass. Wow, he's got no control of that car. Mac has gone into the pits. He's filling up his car. All right, let's go on board with Mac for a lap, just to get some excitement and see how he tackles Nürburgring Grand Prix. Oh, and Mac just pushes it too hard over the chicane. Fresh tires might be a little bit too cold, but he's still pretty good distance ahead of Bottle, 18 seconds. So he can afford to make a mistake or two. As we see Bottle Job staying ahead of Jeep. Jeep is right on his heels. Not about to let this go at any time soon. The fight for second might be the closest battle on track. We'll take a look. Ricky's just thrown in the towel, just letting the car go. We'll follow Bottle and Jeep as they go around the track and battling for second. All right. Craig has now gone into the pits. He's starting to fall behind a little bit. Ricky has just given up. Ricky comes out just ahead of, what is that, Mac? Yeah. Trying his best. Taco, wow, he has stayed out on his tires for a very long time. All right, coming up on the last 10 minutes of the race, we still have Mac in first place. Been pretty much uncontested this entire race. He has said a lap time of 1:46.0, so that's a hell of a lap time. Mr. Bottle is, yeah, he is quite a distance behind. But he's lost the hunt from Jeep. Maybe pit strategies has paid off for Bottle. Tom Nixon in fourth. That guy revs in fifth. There's a big gap between everyone in the race, so it's a bit difficult to find any battles. And Barnett is digging up some grass. Craig been alone for most of the race. We see Taco in the back. At least Craig is sticking in there. There are points to collect. Mr. Barnett has gone in. Big distance down to Craig from him. As we see Craig almost ruining it for himself in the hairpin. I believe the hairpin does have a name, but I always forget about the names of corners. Except for this one. I do know this one. We've said it a few times already. Schumacher SS. As we see Craig going deep. And Ricky is out of fuel, but he has left his car on auto this entire time. Me personally, I would probably just park the car in the pits. That would be way better. So we see Taco. Holy crap, look at his tires as well. Mac now, just charging ahead. 6 minutes remaining. Bottle. Kept his head down, kept his head cool. About to snag second, as we see Mac going into the pits for one final time. Comes out well before Bottle Job. Jeep is coming through the final corner. So he's half a straight length behind Bottle. As we see Tom Nixon now. Coming up to start lap 31. We'll admit, maybe not the most exciting of races. Start was quite exciting, but a little bit difficult to find something to talk about as we see Revs been pretty much unchallenged this entire race in 5th and has had a few incidents, but nothing that he can't handle. When he's getting instructions from his crew chief, Gadget 334, the Sigma Junior driver. There we have Ricky's car, just cruising along at 80k an hour. And we see a yellow flag, and I think that was Taco going into the pits. Wow, just look at his rears. He needs to go in earlier. That is, wow. Just throws himself off, and he's past Ricky. And Ricky is still cruising at 80 kilometers an hour. Ah, Ricky. Come back to Mac now. Yeah, what can we say about his driving today? Unstoppable, that's for sure. Very good, clean driver, Mac. I've fought him a lot of times. Oh, and not an easy man to get past either. So if he gets any battles where someone will try and pass him, don't expect him to give any freebies, because Mac surely knows how to defend, he knows how to attack, and he knows how to abide his time when he is behind his opponent or in front of them. Sadly, we have not gotten to see any of that today. Bottle Job, I've raced him a few times as well, and the thing I can say about Bottle is that he is a very, very skilled individual, and quite a difficult racer to follow. I think my reactions are starting to slow down a little bit. Old age. I'm only 37, but old age is kicking in, and this young fellow is in the 17, 18 years old area. So his reflections and or reflexes are a lot better than mine. Jeep has done good in third. I don't think he should be needing any more fuel as we come up to the last minute of the race. Don't know if they will be able to make another lap. The ones in the back here. Tom Nixon. Tom Nixon, I can't really say too much about because I haven't raced him enough. And if we've gotten a race on, he's disconnected at times, and haven't been able to test out his driving capabilities. As we see, Revs, also a guy I basically have driven. Well, I have not driven against, raced against. But with the tutoring from Gadget, he should find himself getting faster and faster and faster. Time will tell. Barnett is the first to finish. Same with Mr. Bottle Job. Good race from them, albeit a little bit boring. As we see Craig going deep into the Schumacher SS. And let's see. Okay, Mac is at the Schumacher SS. So we see Tom Nixon going over the line. And revs now. Oh, his fuel is looking low. Craig is about to come over the line, and yeah. There's revs. Follow Craig. I'm just going to do a premature. Thank you very much for watching. It was maybe not the most exciting of races, but not every race is. So take care, everyone, and catch you next time in the next video. Bye-bye.